representing Big Reec, baby. Check it out, y'all. What it look like. It's your main man, Fabulous, man. I'm holding it down with
Reec, my brother Reec. Reec, the homie Reec. You already know, man. It's Taylor Gang. I die.
Who you with?
Reec.
Yeah. Who you with?
Who you with?
Today, I'm with somebody very special. You know it's a holiday season for 3 reasons. Let me give you those 3 real quick. Them Thanksgiving leftovers is gone. That's officially the entrance of the holiday season. 2, you're going to hear Mariah Carey on every other car riding by this Christmas. And 3, somebody enters contention for the next top spot on holiday movies. And we got a superstar in the building right now that's trying to take that spot. Jasmine Burke is in here on the Reec Show. What's up, baby? How you doing?
I'm great, Reec. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I mean, you're an amazing talent. I'm seeing you around the city, of course. We had the same degree on our mantle, you know what I'm saying? Kennesaw State. I actually went to Southern Poly, but we got swallowed by Kennesaw State. So, you know what I'm saying? It's the same degree now.
Yes. KSU, everybody. Okay. The school has just grown tremendously. And
right.
I used to have a little summer job at Southern Poly when I was
That's crazy. Okay.
School, so
okay.
I know all of that territory.
There we go. But today it's all about you and what you've been doing on that big screen. We got Holidate coming up. You're the star of this movie. I'm putting that out there because all the previews, you in every preview. You know what I'm saying? You even in the preview, which you're not supposed to be in the preview, was just the name of the movie on there. So we're going to get to talking about that. We also want to talk a little bit about, your journey and your history because you're what I like to call a good elevator person. You're going to be nice to the folks going up and down. And then I found out that's how you got your agent in the first place. So we're going to chop it up about all that type of stuff. But first, let's get to talking about this movie. How in the world were you approached for this role?
Well, I received an offer from the writers and the producers of the film. It seemed that everybody was having conversations behind the scenes about who should play this lead character of Holly. And everybody had a consensus that they wanted to work with me. And they reached out, offered me the role. I read the script and I really enjoyed the story and wanted to be a part of something this wholesome and that feels good. And so then we made Christmas Holidate.
I love it. I mean, I love just from looking at the previews, you see a successful woman. She's trying to get close with her family. Everybody might have those little family issues. That one auntie that don't get along with their mama or something like that.
Yes.
And then everybody wants to have somebody during the holidays. That's the time you're supposed to be cuddled up. It's cold outside. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hot no more, so you could cuddle actually at night. So you want somebody for the holidays.
Yes, don't we all? All year round, but especially during the holidays when everything is so focused on traditions and being together and kind of like the pace of the world slows down. So it gives you more time to reflect. And when you sit back and think about it, you could have all of these things, big house, car, but if you don't have anyone to share it with, it's kind of like, you feel like something's missing.
Absolutely. How relatable were you to this character? Because it seems like she's a consummate businesswoman. She's moving around a lot, but she's also trying to stay grounded and down to earth and be interconnected with her friendships.
Oh, I can relate tremendously because I've been a working actress for a very long time.
Hold on. I got to hit the hype bell for that. I don't mean to be rude. Because when you say working actress, we all know that means you've been booked and busy, baby. Keep talking to him.
Yes, thank God. All glory goes to God, seriously. But I've been a working actress for a long time. And so I know how much focus goes into achieving your goals, especially when there isn't a roadmap for you. The space isn't carved out. You have to go in there and carve it out for yourself. Mm-hmm. It takes a tremendous amount of focus and isolation sometimes. So I can really relate to that with my character Holly, who has been so focused on helping other people and building this dating app to help other people find love that she forgot all about herself.
But the universe remember her tremendously. And she runs into a problem. I don't want to give the whole movie away. I just want people to get ready for this movie. I think it's going to be hilarious, a must-see, and one of those ones that you're going to end up watching every year. You know, those holiday movies you end up watching. Like, I watched the one with Monique and DC almost every year now since it came out. And I feel like this is going to get added to that rotation.
Yes, thank you. I believe it will too. The more people see the movie, go out and buy your movie tickets, everybody. The Hot Christmas Holiday is in theaters nationwide at Studio Movie Grill. Get your tickets, take the whole family to the movie, and I guarantee you're gonna want to see it again next year and then the year after that. It's
That's
just
a setup.
film.
That's the setup. You go see it's at the Studio Movie Grill. That's the perfect date situation. The movie's called Holidate. It's just a big recipe for success, Jasmine. I like it.
Yes, thank you. And thank you so much, Reece. It is a fabulous date night movie, because it's about love and finding love and keeping it and not seeing when love is right underneath your nose the entire time. So it's a great date movie. And Studio Movie Grills are like the fancy movie theaters. Like they have the very elegant bar in the lobby, and you can order gourmet food as you watch the movie. So it's definitely great for the family and for couples.
That's true. I feel like my credit score goes up when I walk into one of those. Seriously. Seriously.
It's very fancy, like with the chandelier.
It is, yeah. They got the ambiance. The lights are dim a little bit. So you know it's on and popping when you get in there. That has to feel good when you walk into an actual big screen theater. This is your dream. This is what you've been fighting for. You've been in plenty of films already, from Drumlining on up. We know that already, but how does it feel like you are the feature person? And you're walking into this theater, you sit down with your popcorn, about to order your food, and you know you about to be on the screen. What's going through your head?
Just thinking about the days that I prayed for this, thinking about the days when I didn't know how I was going to get on anybody's big movie screen or television screen, but I just knew I wanted to be there telling stories, and I felt I had something in me to help bring emotions to life. So I just think about those times when I wanted what I'm actually experiencing, and the gratefulness just ushers over me.
I love it. I love it. I wanted anybody out there that's an aspiring actor, actress to hear your story, hear what you're saying right now, because some days you doing all these submissions, you doing all these self-tapes, and it's like, when is one going to hit? And then one finally comes in, and it's this perfect part for you, and then you end up on that big screen.
Absolutely. I tell artists on my YouTube page, which I use to inspire other artists to help find their creative identity, because that really was the key for me, finding out through trial and error what was my special secret sauce. And I just really like to help other people find it, because that's how we get originality. Like, that's how you find out what is so special about you and your particular way that you give art to the world.
Yeah.
Through trial and error.
Defining that brand.
Yes. And then people say brand. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that word brand. I know it's real.
Right.
I know it's real. Don't get me wrong. But when you're an artist, I think everybody's an artist.
Yeah.
I really do. I think
you got to be a little more fluid than just one thing. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that the fluidity in your life. But then also I think that everyone should think from an artist's perspective, even an accountant, everybody, because it really is taking a blank canvas in life and splashing it with your particular colors, whatever that may be. So, yeah, it's about brand, but the identity of who you are goes much deeper. It asks you to ask yourself, how will you use your life? How will you use your life experiences? How will you use what you feel about your life experiences to offer something to the world that they can relate to, and that will be inspiring for them? That's deeper. That's deeper than the brand. We can call it that, and it's great because it puts it in a box, but it's deeper. The box is deep.
Yeah. So you just gonna come out here preaching and giving bars. I appreciate that. Everybody that heard it needed to hear that today. I got some talented people around me right now. I got Tiny over here watching the interview. She's an actress as well. And just to be able to share what you have, we appreciate it, and everybody listening as well. I do want to say this. You said something a little earlier. Let me backtrack when you said there's no roadmap to this, but you actually are making your own little GPS system, not little, big GPS system with your book. We're helping people with auditions.
Absolutely. Thank you, Reece, for bringing up my book, Work Your Audition. It's on Amazon. You can purchase it. And it's really motivation and techniques to help actors book the job. But it's even more. It's motivation and techniques to get you through the valleys and help you to appreciate your mountaintops. And those aren't always the big piece of cheese. You know, we all have like this big ultimate goal in our mind, or a few. It's the stops along the way. It's the bricks that you're laying as you go that are gonna help you get to that mountaintop, to help you step up to get there. You got to celebrate those times too. It's crucial, and that for me has been the biggest piece of my roadmap, is celebrating the bricks that I'm laying along the way. They always help the journey a lot more enjoyable, and it keeps me focused. It keeps me appreciative of where I am, so that I'm never always in this state of wanting, you know?
Yeah, you appreciating those moments so you don't just let them fleet by.
Right.
I love it. Two more things before we get to playing our fast forward. Make sure that you guys, if you're just tuning in, I got Jasmine Burke right here, actress extraordinaire and author. Talk to him, okay? And Holidate, the movie, is going to be another one of those holiday classics. We're going to put that out there. Great movie, great family film, very funny from the clips that I've seen. But you have a story of how you got your agent. A lot of people like, how do I get an agent? How do I get this? You use an ingredient that I think everybody, especially every artist out here, should use. And that ingredient is just being a good person. Talk to them about that.
Just stepping into the moment, not trying to kiss any butts or be a cheese ball or, nothing of that sort. But literally just walking into every experience with a joyfulness on you. Just walking in, like, just happy to be there. Like, whoa, with that kind of energy on you, people can feel it. You don't even have to say a word. If you're feeling that experience within yourself, everything that you walk into, people notice it. It's like an inner light that beams out of you. And people want to help you. They want to talk to you. And the conversations are genuine when you're just joyful to be wherever you are and you're taking it all in, and people notice that, and it's infectious, and people will start asking you questions and talking to you, and your conversation is genuine because you're just happy to be there. You don't want anything, you're just happy to be there. And then you just start talking genuinely about your life. And that's what happened to me when I booked Meet the Browns, which was my very first television credit. And I came to my fitting. I had booked the part, submitted myself because I didn't have an agent or a manager at the time. Submitted myself, was fortunate enough to be called in to actually read on tape, book the job, get to the fitting, the wardrobe department, because everybody talks. They heard how this girl booked this part without any representation. And they were just curious, like, how did you do that? Like, it's so courageous. And, when you make bold moves for your life, people hear about it and they feel inspired by it. So they want us to talk about it. And I told them, and they said, you know what? We're going to help you.
In the wardrobe department.
The wardrobe department.
That's it.
So, and I wasn't looking for an agent or a manager. Of course, deep down inside, wanted one, but I wasn't like looking to get anything from anybody. I just was like, you know what? I'm going to appreciate this moment that I got in the door. God, thank you. I'm in the door. I'm happy to be here. People can feel that vibe off of me. And people just wanted to come and help.
That's it. Maximizing that opportunity through your energy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that effort. I love it.
Yes.
Let me hit the hype bell for that.
And it took time. Like that was my first television credit. Mm-hmm. But I had been working for many, many years before that. Mm-hmm. Before that happened. So it took time.
Yeah.
It took time.
That's it. That's just that consistency. Nobody loses when they're consistent. I'm telling you. I haven't seen it happen yet.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Reece. When you're consistent and because you don't know the day or the time. Mm-hmm. You don't know. But you just have to keep believing that the day and the time
is coming. It's coming. I know one thing. It won't come if you stop.
It won't. You won't even, you'll miss it. Just don't stop. Like, even if sometimes you have to kind of like and I encourage this: take your foot off the gas just a little bit, not take your foot completely off. But sometimes the journey, you get worn out. All the rejection and all the craziness that happens, it can distract you from your why.
Amen.
And it could get heavy sometimes. You can feel like, man, I don't know if I can keep doing this. Like, when is a breakthrough gonna happen, Lord? And then you don't know the day or the time.
And then somebody calls and say, hey, we want you to come out and try out for Holidate because you're perfect for the part.
Or offer the part. After years of that kind of working, now the offers start coming in because people see my work out there. Right.
Absolutely.
And
it speaks for itself.
It's your work speaks for yourself. Everything I've ever achieved in this entertainment industry has been from somebody seeing my work. It wasn't from politicking and all this kind of stuff like that, because I've never had the plug, as you say. Like,
right. I get it.
I'm not like legacy. I'm not born into the industry. No one around me and my family was in the entertainment industry. So it really came from laying those bricks. And people, when you think nobody is looking at those bricks, it's somebody that saw you laying those bricks and they saw the results of the work you laid.
Right.
And they're like, who is that? You never know. But if you just, this is what I was saying about taking your foot off the gas. So it gets heavy, right? So you may feel it's so daunting. And at that time, take your foot off the brake a little bit, meaning all of the force that you're putting into it, like that might that you have to have, like that might, like,
right.
Relax a little bit, relax your hands, relax your mind for a little bit. Do something therapeutic for yourself, like take a trip. A trip could be a road trip, driving an hour outside of your city somewhere scenic. Do something for yourself. Get tapped back into something else that brings you joy. It doesn't mean you're abandoning your bigger goal, but give a little attention to something else that brings you joy, that you're curious about, you've always wanted to explore, you've always thought about. Give that a little gas. And then get your tank filled back up. And then come back to it and apply that pressure, baby. So, it's okay to fluctuate, because you have to self-preserve first. You don't want to be told from the flow up mentally and emotionally and psychologically by the time you do reach your mountaintop.
That's it. I appreciate that free game. I don't even have to do a Reese's Piece of Mind today, because you just gave folks something that they could chew on, digest, and read about later. So I appreciate that. We're going to play a little game we play up here called Fast Forward. You ready?
Yes, let's go.
All right, I'm going to ask you questions. You answer them however you see fit, okay? So the first question, because we it's holiday season, you got Holidate coming out. What is your ideal or one of the funner family traditions that you have for the holidays?
We love to cook. We're a cooking family. My great grandmother, I saw her cooking and she inspired me to want to cook, and so we cook. That's everybody cutting, talking. We put the music on. We around the kitchen. We tasting, laughing, reminiscing, all around the cooking process.
That's it. What's Jasmine's dish? What do they have you made? They tell me to bring the ice, so I know I ain't got it. I ain't got it in the kitchen.
Got the ice, Reece. Okay.
They say get the ice, Reece. I got that cover. I got you. I already got it in the car. I knew what time it was.
Let's see, my dish. Really, they just like me to take over the whole cooking experience.
Okay.
They're like, just make everything, Jasmine, because you know how to do everything. But then I snatch them and I say, oh, come back in here. Y'all gonna get to cutting, stirring, pouring, mashing, something. I'm not gonna do it all by myself. Okay.
There you go. I ain't mad at that. All right, second question. Well, that was actually two questions. I ain't gonna cheat. I'm gonna go to question 3. First thought when you walked on the Tyler Perry Studios.
Like, wow, this is possible. And we're talking about the earlier studio, not the ones that are like the massive, mind-blowing ones. that are the current studio. I'm talking about like almost 20 years ago, those studios. And but even that, I was just like, this is possible. Oh,
let's get it. Let's do it. I like it. All right, last question. What was the funnest thing on set that happened during Holidate for you? The camera wasn't filming.
Oh my word. You know what? We ended up, we got blessed with snow.
Really?
In Atlanta earlier this year in the winter time is when we shot the movie. And we were just saying to ourselves, because you know Atlanta, we don't really get snow.
You get a little dust here and there.
Every now and then, right?
Right.
So, but the producers of the film were like, oh my gosh, this would just take the film to a whole nother level if it snowed. And we all were like, this is Atlanta. Keep wishing. How about into day 3 of filming, they're on the news talking about, oh, everybody get prepared. We might experience some snow. We're like, oh, okay, yeah, they always talk about that. Like, it's probably not going to happen. Why did it snow? And
did they switch the whole shoot schedule? Like, oh, we got to shoot this now.
You should have saw us that day because it was a surprise. We saw the snow coming down, and then it just started snowing hard. Yeah. And it started stacking up inches. And we arranged the entire shooting schedule. We were like, can we shoot outdoors? We're changing everything because we have got to get in this snow. So the snow you see in Christmas Holiday, people, it is real Atlanta, Georgia snow.
Made the hype bell for that. Once in a lifetime. That's how you know Holidate is going to be a classic in those theaters, Studio Movie Grill. Make sure you go see it. Check out Jasmine Burke and follow her on social media. Tell them where to get you at.
Yes, follow me, everybody. My handle is at the Jasmine Burke. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm all through there.
I love it. I love it. And we appreciate what you're doing. We appreciate your energy and appreciate your vibes. Thank you so much for all that you bring to the table. We are going to check this movie out. And thank you for joining our audience on the Reec Show.
Thank you, Reece. I can't wait for you guys to see Christmas Holiday in theaters. Get your tickets.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in to Reec Show Live. And, of course, also on Magic 107.5, 97.5, Real Sound of Atlanta. We appreciate you, mama. Everybody check out that movie. We'll be back in a few with this music, all right? It's Reec Radio, Reec Show Live.